In the land of Umokwe, where the spirits of the ancestors walked among the living, tradition was the law and destiny was unshaken. It was a land of peace, of laughter, of honor, but it was also a land where the God's will could not be questioned. In this village lived a woman named Uju, a mother whose heart carried more grief than the ocean could hold. She was once a wife, a beloved daughter, a respected woman, but life had been unkind. Fate had stolen her husband, leaving her with only one reason to live: her son Obinna. Obinna was her light, her only joy. She had fought against hunger, against shame, against the whisper of the village women who pitied her. But she did not mind, for she had him. She had a reason to wake up each morning. She had a reason to breathe. The village square is gathered before the shrine of the Dibia Nze. His face is covered in sacred white chalk. His red robe sways as he speaks. He holds his orgy staff, his eyes distant, as if seen beyond the word of men. The spirits have spoken. The gods have revealed the truth. A debt is owed, and the price must be paid. Dibia Nze said. Then came the day that shattered Uju'S world. The day the gods spoke through the Dibia, and their words were like thunder upon her soul. They said Obinna was cursed, that from the day of his birth he carried the burden of an ancient debt, a debt that could only be repaid with his life. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Some shook their heads in pity, others murmured in agreement. Uju trembles. Her grip on Obinna tightened. If this boy is not given to the gods, darkness will fall upon the village. The rivers will dry. The harvest will rot, and death will walk among us. The elders nod solemnly. The people bowed their heads, whispering. The village had spoken. The gods had decided. Obinna's fate was sealed, but Uju would not accept it. Please, he is my only son, my only child. You cannot take him from me, Uju pleaded. The elders exchanged glances, unmoved. Eze Madu, the village chief, speaks with a heavy voice. Uju, you know the laws of the land. No one can stand against the gods. But Uju did not care for the laws of men. She did not care for the gods who demanded the life of an innocent child. She wept, she pleaded, she screamed, but the elders turned their faces away. The villagers watched, some with pity, others with indifference. A woman whispers to another, she should have had more children. She is too stubborn. They did not understand. They did not know the weight of a mother's love, the kind that burns like fire, the kind that would defy the gods themselves. Obinna, dressed in a white ceremonial cloth, walks towards the sacred forest. His face is calm, but his eyes searched for his mother. Uju struggles against the warriors, holding her back, her screams echoing in the air. Obinna, my son, my son, Uju was screaming. The boy turns, his eyes filled with tears, but none dropped. He kept going. The spirit must be appeased. The debt must be paid. A boy walks to his death, and the world watches in silence. A mother wails, but her voice cannot change the will of men. The gods do not speak. The sun does not stop, and fate does not bend. The sky darkens, thunder rumbles in the distance. Uju falls to the ground, clutching the earth. Her cries piercing through the village. And so the gods remained unshaken. The village stood untouched. The rivers flowed. The harvest thrived, but one mother's word has ended. Uju's cries would haunt the night, carried by the wind, whispered by the trees. Some say the gods had won. Others say the gods had only taken what men gave willingly. For years, her sorrow became a song, sung in whispers. A lesson, they said, of obedience, of sacrifice. But tell me, traveler, was it truly the gods who demanded his life? Or was it the heart of men, bound by fear, that turned away from a mother's love? If this story has touched your heart, share it. Let the world hear Uju's cries. Let us question, let us remember, and let us never forget the price of blind tradition.
Please like, subscribe, and hit on the notification button so as to get notified when I post new videos.